Okay guys, review time. Now you're probably thinking, File91e, are you just going to keep doing the retro reviews? Now I could, but that wouldn't be special for the 100th episode. So it got me to thinking, what could I do that was special for the 100th episode? Okay, I was thinking at work, not today, but just, for the past couple weeks, what could I do? And I went back and watched my old first video, the original File91e's Disney News and Reviews. And I can't really even call it a File91e's Disney News and Reviews because it didn't even have an intro. I just started and it had Boom Shakalaka from the Apache Indian group in the background. I had no Disney really, real references up until I just said, I was thinking, let's do a Disney News and Reviews. So I picked two random ones out of the guidebook and the unofficial guidebook. Again, grab it. That's awesome. Walt Disney, unofficial Walt Disney World 2011. Good stuff. And I just said, okay, let's do these two, and that'll be that. Not thinking that anything would come out of it. And I found out that I liked it, and everything kind of worked out with the video, so I just continued on. But it really didn't have that File91e flair. I was kind of saying and a lot. Well, I do that now, anyway. Anyway, so it didn't have that File91e feeling because I just was kind of just talking just to talk. It was after work one day, and I really wasn't even feeling it. So for you today, I'm going to re-review the Kilimanjaro Safaris and the Haunted Mansion as a throwback to my original first episode. So with that being said, the first thing I want to review is the Kilimanjaro Safaris at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now what these guys say about the Kilimanjaro Safaris at Disney's Animal Kingdom is, it's a truck ride through an African wildlife reservation. Super headliner go as soon as the park opens or in the 2 hours before closing, or use a fast pass. Truly exceptional, not to be missed, 5 stars. Now the Kilimanjaro Safaris is a great attraction. As I've said before, it's one of the whole reasons I go to the Animal Kingdom. One of the few reasons that I go to the Animal Kingdom. I don't like the Animal Kingdom, and I'll get into that later. Now the Kilimanjaro Safaris opened on April 22nd, 1998, and honestly, the whole reason this even was, the whole reason the Animal Kingdom even started was because of this attraction. This attraction actually started back in, in Walt Disney's time when he originally was thinking of the Jungle Cruise. He wanted live animals, to be a part of the cruise, but they couldn't figure out back then how they could get, all the animals to, to coexist and to, to keep the people out of harm's way from the animals, because you're sailing next to hippopotamuses or hippopotami. What's the plural to that? And alligators and all that stuff. So Walt Disney originally wanted to use real animals for the Jungle Cruise attraction at Disneyland. But, however, due to several reasons, audio animatronics were used instead, mainly because they're more reliable. If they break down, they can be fixed. If an animal dies, kind of hard to, fix that. Or if a freaking leopard jumps into the boat with you, it's going to cause some tension. And so they scrapped that idea, but that was always in Disney's head that he could one of the things that he could never do. So the Imagineers, when they were thinking of different park ideas, they said, you know what, let's do an Animal Kingdom, and we're actually going to have a ride through a wildlife reservation, and that's exactly what this is. So let me get into the actual ride itself. When you go, when you go in, I highly recommend you use a fast pass, because the last time I was there, we waited for over an hour because there was a breakdown of one of the vehicles, and that slowed down everything. Although it was kind of cool because during the wait, the queue line is it's very long, but it's pretty cool because there's a lot of a lot of trees and whatnot. You're kind of shaded in, so it's not that hot. But in the wooded area, I actually saw there was a tree snake, and a couple different things that were not part of the Animal Kingdom experience, and it was just cool. And now you actually get onto a truck when you finally make it to the the end of the queue, and you get onto a truck, and this is your vehicle for the for the day. Now the whole storyline is you're actually going on safari with a guided tour, and you're on this wildlife reserve, and the wildlife reserve game warden said that there are poachers in the area, and you gotta help out the animals and whatnot, and keep an eye out for the poachers because they took a baby elephant. It's a loose story, the whole just to get you, I guess, somewhat excited. Everybody just wants to take pictures of the animals anyway. Now these giant trucks are big GMC buses that got stripped down and fitted with all kinds of things so that the animals wouldn't get hurt, and would provide the best vantage point for you. And you drive along this guided path, and even though the person who's narrating does this several times a day, they usually are really peppy enough and to keep you going, and you're kind of not even listening to them because you're trying to look for animals to take a picture. And usually those pictures never really come out because they're all blurry and whatnot, and it's kind of funny just to see people go, I can't get this right, where's the alligator, where's the lion, I can't see the lion. And but you actually do wind up seeing these things, and the way the Disney Imagineers keep the lions from jumping on you is what you don't see this. They actually have a wide gap that the lions can't pass through. It's strategically hidden, from vantage point, and so the lion just does his stuff while you pass through. So you're just a minor inconvenience to his day. But there are some animals that actually come up to the truck. Giraffes commonly do. Some zebra will pass along, and you can actually get some good photos of it. There's even a rhinoceros there. They have alligators, flamingos, just many different types of animals during this little ride through. Now, what am I going to give the Kilimanjaro safaris? I'm going to give the Kilimanjaro safaris 5 stars. The rating hasn't changed. I loved this attraction. It was a great attraction. Again, one of the whole reasons to go to the Animal Kingdom, if not the reason, aside from Expedition Everest. It's a great thing. It's almost guaranteed that you're going to get some sort of cool picture, with these animals. And sometimes you get that rare experience where the animals come up and they're just like, "Hey, what's going on? What you got there? Is that a Nikon? That's nice. That's nice. Some guy back there in the other truck, he had a Canon. I don't like Canons, but I like that Nikon you got there. Yeah, all right. See you later. Bye." And then you take a picture. That never happens. They don't talk to you. They're animals. They have no vocal cords. Or if they do, they can't speak English. That's their fault. Anyway, the Kilimanjaro safaris at Disney's Animal Kingdom. 5 stars.